so much, especially nowadays. There are so many casual relationships and people go for these relationships so easily without any kind of preparation or thinking ahead or thinking so much more about the responsibilities of those relationships and what those relationships include and what those relationships need in order to truly work and work for your good and to both parties in it. We should not treat them lightly. It should be something holy and beautiful, something lasting. And there should be that preparation phase and time before that. You should be in some kind of place in your life before you are ready for those relationships, and I mean romantic relationships now. People so often treat these romantic relationships as some kind of therapeutic relationship where you can work through all your problems. Some kind of magical treatment where everything that is wrong in you magically disappears and heals. But it is not like that. You should really understand that truly working romantic relationship needs so much preparation and you to be in certain kind of place, be enough mature and seen and experience certain things in order to that relationship truly work. If there is certain huge problems in your life that are not treated, that you have not handled, went through in your head, it is truly impossible to make that relationship work. Your partner never should be that person that is trying to heal you, is trying to make you complete again. I truly believe that in this life, before we should go these relationships, these romantic relationships, we should go through certain kind of things alone. I think we need to separate those things that we need to go through alone and experience and learn. And then there is those other things that you can only learn and go through with someone else in that romantic relationship. But we can't skip that our alone phase where we have to go certain things through before we are ready for that romantic relationship. You can, for example, think about self-confidence. If you don't truly believe that you are worthy and that you are not beautiful, or you have some kind of big problems, failure, partner will naturally see that the same way, because your own thought patterns, beliefs are seen in your behavior, everything that you are and do, say. And even if you can work through this kind of problem, the damage that have been caused probably is too high in that point. And certain memories you just can't forget. And your partner have formed some kind of picture about you already that can't be erased so easily, that will stay there and affect constantly. I think in this romantic relationships you should be in that place that you can show the best version of you, that real honest version, and that other partner can admire, just can appreciate. If you have certain big unresolved kind of problems before going to that relationship, they will cause naturally so much friction, and there will be those conflicts and fights that will so hugely affect negatively on that relationship and will take its toll. You have to found yourself before you can be something for others. That relationship is not your place to try to find yourself. Like I said, it is not something magical thing that will change everything for the better. In this life there is always that your own work that you have to do. And there is certain kind of place and time for everything. And if you don't follow these principles that I am telling you in this video, there are so many risks and very bad outcomes possible if you try to go those relationships without being prepared. If your self-confidence is not there and you're kind of desperate and live in some kind of depression, you can think what that relationship will do that when it is going to end up later or earlier or later. And those breakups tend to be often kind of nasty, and words that have been said in those times are not always most beautiful, and you can think about what that is then causing when your partner that you have your deep emotions will tell you the exact truth or even worse in that moment of anger. And you will remember those words and what that will make to your self-confidence and how you see yourself and all that is possible and how you see this world. And when you found yourself in that place, that is a quite dangerous place to be. And always you can't find yourself out from those situations. These romantic relationships should be something very magical, beautiful. When two humans, two individuals that have gone through their own route and path, found themselves and then finally end up together and together creating something more beautiful. There are just so many things, lessons, things to go through before you are truly ready for those kind of relationships. The modern society just advertises so much these kind of relationships and make so easily to try to get those because of modern online dating and so on, and try to distort our imagine our picture how we see these kind of relationships, and often too early without being ready going to these relationships and that are meant to, that are end up already to end up breaking up. I think it is the most beautiful place when you finally can find yourself and standing on your own confidently. You have your own values, how you see this world, your own knowledge and understanding. That partnership should never be that other person is holding you up constantly. Both you should be your own individuals, standing alone in your own principles, values and understanding, beliefs, and bring them together and standing confidently alone when also being together. Those relationships should be equal give and take, and both parties should bring their own contribution equally, without desperately needing something from that other half. Creating together something lasting, working, beautiful, magical. Because if you haven't found yourself, how that other person can truly love you. In order to that work, you both have to be found yourself, the true being that you are, so that both of you can love each other as you are. And then there is no sudden surprises when things change. I am sure that all of us just deep down want to be loved as we are, who we are, and not kind of reflection of us. That is just how these things are meant to work and should be reiterated constantly in this distorted nowadays world relating to these subjects. I want to thank you again so much being with me today as always, and if you're interested about personal coaching, be free to check it out in the description below. I want to thank you again so much and hope you all the best always. Take care.